Say Automotive Reviews. America's new 1900 horsepower electric hypercar will soon be unleashed, and prototype testing for the Elation Freedom will begin next year. A new era of electric hypercars with absurd amounts of power is about to begin, led primarily by Lotus, Pininfarina Battista, Rimac, and that's the second version. But there's another entry from the United States you may not be aware of. Now, last month, California-based startup Elation Hypercars previewed its extraordinary Freedom Hypercar. And development has only continued to gain ground ever since. Take a look at these pics. Just awesome, folks. Preview and a new render released this week, perhaps to try to steal some of the Hennessey Venom F5 thunder. The prototype is nicknamed Dogo 001 or 001 as a reference to the Dogo Argentino dog, a breed famous in South America for its strength and power. The renders are a preview of our vision becoming reality, said Carlos Satulovsky, CEO of Elation Hypercars. While our prototyping phase has been well underway for some time now, we are incredibly excited to share the physical manifestation of our car with the world. And take a look at that. What awesome underpinnings. Now, Elation Hypercar plans to show off the Dogo 001 early next year. At around the same time static and dynamic prototype testing gets underway, the final production version will bow at the 2022 Geneva Motor Show. Replete the streamlined carbon fiber bodywork that balances a timeless, elegant aesthetic with precise, purest performance. Partly because of the carbon bodywork, Elation boasts that the Freedom will be one of the lightest, most powerful cars available in the world. Production of the Freedom Hypercar will be limited to only 25 examples per year, each requiring more than 4,000 hours to build. In standard spec, the Freedom will be offered with 3 electric motors, generating a combined 1,427 horsepower and 1,062 pound-feet of torque. But the range topper will be a quad-motor version with a colossal 1,903 horsepower. What amazing power. Now the sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in Elation will be 1.8 seconds. Now before the car tops out an electronically controlled 260 miles per hour. Now for those that prefer combustion power, Freedom is one of the very few startups working on both pure electric and internal combustion propulsion. The company forthcoming iconic collection will be powered by the 5.2-liter V10, good for 750 horsepower and 8,500 RPM redline, and backed by a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and all-wheel drive. The 0 to 62 miles per hour sprint should come in about 2.5 seconds, and the top speed will be 240 miles per hour. Now, pricing for the electric Freedom will start at $2 million. While the combustion variant will be even more expensive, starting at $2.3 million. Elation Hypercar has a lot to prove, and we lost count of how many automotive startups have failed to deliver on their bold claims, or have folded before ever tuning out a selectable product. But going purely by the weight of its claims, the company is promising one. It is promising one, so something may happen with this. Just take a look. And this spoiler that comes up out the back is just fantastic, as you can see right here. A state of being for this. It's just amazing, folks. The Elation Freedom. Straight up awesome. Elation Hypercars is a luxury electric hypercar manufactured, motivated by passion and emotion. Now, Elation creates automobiles which offer an exhilarating experience for the driver, kindling power emotion through their unmatched quality and performance. Motivated by Silicon Valley culture of innovation, we usher in a new age of luxurious electric purist performance driving. Now, Elation engineering team designed the Freedom safety structure with advanced composite materials to ensure that the cars exceed the safety standard of the Federation Internationale d'Automobile, FIA, the highest authority in global motorsport. Now, the in-house development, the engineering and building an automobile in-house produces a more cohesive design. Now, to fulfill this belief, Elation was established with technologies as the innovation division of Elation Hypercars. This team melds groundbreaking technologies with time-tested methods of automotive craftsmanship to make every component of the car equally ingenious and visually breathtaking. Just amazing. I love the design of this. It's just awesome, folks. Look at that interior. It's just fantastic. Now, the philosophy behind Elation Motorsports is passion without limits. Now, Elation automobiles are handcrafted for the connoisseur motorist with an eye for design and appreciation for the future of electric purist performance driving. Now, every line etched by the designer and every component crafted by the engineer is intended to capture the distinctive spirit of performance driving elation. Every material selected for the car is sedulously curated to create a perfect experience for the driver. From fine leathers to Italian carbon fibers, each Elation Freedom thoughtfully blend these elements into a design-focused luxury masterpiece. Mastery. Just take a look at that. I mean, that design is just spectacular. Now, small in number, but deeply experienced, every member of the team has dedicated their lives to this craft of putting this car together. Now, under the leadership of Elation Hypercar founder Carlos Satulovsky, Chief Technology Officer Lotus Evija, and Chief Designer Office Pablo Barragan, they have worked diligently to bring an innumerable talents to life in every inch of this car right here, the Elation. And this car, the idea of Elation is to have a trans-American identity. Elation Hypercars is an American company. By that, they do not refer only to our home base in the United States. The development of Elation Freedom began in Argentina, a country with deep roots in racing history. This heritage was imbued, and it has imbued the team with reverence and respect for those who came before them. This passion and admiration for motoring spans the South American continent and is something that they hold quite dear to their hearts. At home in the United States, they are inspired by the ethos of progress and innovation that has made the country a technological powerhouse. They're proud to be a part of this history and motivates them to move and push their boundaries and challenge themselves to achieve the impossible. With this Elation Freedom sports car, which is awesome. I think that this car is fantastic. I mean, I tell you, if you're one of those people who can afford a $2 million car, and you want something a one of a kind, Elation would be the idea. I mean, this is something else, a piece of artwork. Combustion in electric engine. You guys, this is fantastic. I think this design is definitely nice. It sort of reminds me of the new Lotus that's coming out with the back end. This is all being open and the air just flowing through. I mean, I could imagine this baby is going to be a beast to be seen on the road. You might see this at car shows. You definitely will see it in someone's collection. Very, very fast, especially the electric motors. And if you want the combustion too, combustion motors, it's just, you're going to get the sound in the theater that you love. But this is just straight up awesome. I love this back end, guys. This is A Automotive Reviews. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more interesting videos.